Hey, Whippersnappers, this is Tortimer the Great. Welcome back to another exciting episode of Pokemon Crystal Wed'locke, Heptath'locke Season 2. Today, we are taking on the Elite Four, which would generally mark the end of a season, but given that Johto is a little odd, we also have to run through Kanto and then finish off by taking on Red at Mount Silver. This is not going to mark the end of the season, but in fact just going to be another stepping stone along the way. Today we are going to be running with the team you see before you, Fiverr and Luna, Romeo and Juliet, and Churchill and Clementine. So I decided, looking at the teams of the Elite Four, that those were going to be the best Pokemon for us to be running. And I have made the decision previously, and I think I've talked about it in previous episodes as well, that for the Hall of Fame transfer pool, I'm going to be counting Pokemon who were either in our Hall of Fame team or on our Red team. Now, they have to survive both encounters, but if they are either on the Red team or on the Hall of Fame team, they are going to be eligible for transfer. So, just because you don't see Napoleon and Josephine here, just because you don't see Aragorn and Penelope here, does not mean that they won't possibly be eligible for transfer later on in future seasons. It's just going to depend on who I decide I need to use for the Red battle, which is actually going to be a rather difficult one, considering I really only get to use 2 Pokemon in the Red battle because of the rules of the Wedlock. So that's going to be kind of an interesting encounter. But we've got a ways to go before we get to that. As Addie pointed out in last episode's comments, a little bit optimistic, assuming we're going to make it all the way through. Addy and his silver Nuzlocke made it to this point, no trouble, and then managed to get wiped by Bruno's Machamp, I think was what it was. He called that out in the comments. So we don't want to be overly optimistic, but I do believe we have pretty good chances of making our way through today. So let's go ahead and jump on into that, shall we? We've got all of our Pokemon ground up. I got everybody up to level 45. Not quite as high as we would need to be on par with Lance's Pokemon, the champion, but I think it's going to put us at a good mid-ground, so we're not super OP going through the other Pokemon, and we're not super under-leveled for Lance, although we are a little bit. But let's just kind of jump in here and see what we can manage. We're going up first against Will, the first member of the Elite Four. I am going to be using Fiverr and Luna for this particular encounter. He's got a lot of water Pokemon, flying Pokemon, and then Luna can help us with the rest. But yeah, this will be a good one for these two to take on. I'm also probably going to be counting on Fiverr and Luna to help us get through Lance's team. But this will be the first opportunity for them to kind of get going here. I've gone through, and so we did some grinding. Obviously, some Pokemon learned some new moves. Oh, beautiful. Fiverr, I love him so much, especially as a Raichu. He's really, really dependable these days. I was about to use Jinx. We are going to change for Jinx. We'll let Luna do that. I have gone ahead and switched around some of the moves to some of the Pokemon, things like that. Used some of our TMs, all that jazz. We did go in back and get the Earthquake TM. Okay, let's give a Shadow Ball is new on Luna, so we're gonna go ahead and try that out. Oh yeah, there we go. There we go. All right, Jinx goes down. Luna does have slightly higher special attack, so Shadow Ball will be useful coverage for her against any psychic types and ghosts and things like that. Elite Four Will's about to use EXEGGUTOR. We'll Torch Change Pokemon. We'll go ahead and stay in. We do have Ice Punch still on Luna, so we'll go ahead and give that a go. We could have used Shadow Ball again as well. EXEGGUTOR survives it. Throws up the Psychic. I trust Luna's defenses to handle that. Yep, there she goes. Throw up the Shadow Ball here, finishing off the EXEGGUTOR. Super effective. Fantastic! I will apologize, my voice might sound a little bit odd today. I'm not sick? I mean, I guess, depending on what your definition of sick is, I have like one of my tonsils is like infected. And so I don't feel sick, like I don't have a fever, like I don't feel like my stomach's not upset, like I have no other symptoms except for my tonsils infected, and so I've had kind of a cough, and my voice is a little off. Anyway, we'll Torch Change Pokemon. I did not see who they were bringing out, but I think it was maybe SLOWBRO. I wasn't paying close enough. Yes, it is the SLOWBRO. Okay, good. So Fiverr will come back in for that. It's been fun. Since I've last recorded this series, which was a little while ago, I've been away. Ooh, yeah, there we go. One-shotting a SLOWBRO. I guess SLOWBRO is more physically defensive, so that makes sense. I've been away for about 2 weeks now. My wife and I went to Ireland, and then we spent a couple of days at her parents' house on the lake, which is... We had to fly out of Chicago's airport to go to Ireland, and her parents live about 2 hours from there, so we went and hung out with them for the 4th of July and everything after that, and then just kind of hung out for a couple of days, came back, and just kind of been chilling. Back to work for the first time today in 2 weeks, which has been tough, but made it to lunch at least, so that works out. Elite Four Will was defeated. Fantastic. But on our trip, I actually started another Wedlocke on my Pokemon. It's an undocumented one. Well, not totally undocumented. I've been giving you guys a bit of updates in the Discord, but I've been doing another one on Pokemon X, which has been interesting. A little bloodier than this one, for sure. Because I think on this one we still only lost Lancelot and Guinevere. I could be wrong there. We may have lost more than that, and I feel bad if we have. But I feel like that's actually pretty much it at this point. Okay, so we defeated Will. Okay, Koga. Koga is going to be Churchill and Clementine. I think I started saying this. We went back and got the Earthquake TM. We did teach that to Churchill. In fact, let's quickly... Just so you guys are all up to date. So, Churchill, no Strength, Earthquake. I taught him Iron Tail as well because it's Stab. I mean, it's not a super useful coverage Stab, but it is Stab, so I taught it to him. And we had it, and nobody else could really make better use of it. And Rock Throw. Clementine hasn't learned anything new, actually. She doesn't learn Moonlight until like 50 or something like that. So, she's pretty much the same. Juliet, Fly, Hypnosis, Reflect, and she did learn Confusion, so that'll be useful. Her and Romeo are going to be taking on Bruno. So Romeo, Surf, Strength, Bite, Nice Punch, nothing really new there. I taught Strength instead of Flash to Fiver, and then Luna is obviously there. So, yeah, alright, so yes, we switched them up. Nobody really took any... Luna took a little bit of damage, but she's not coming in on this one anyway, so that'll be fine. I'm Koga, the Elite Four. I live in shadows, a ninja. My intricate style will confound and destroy you. Confusion, sleep, poison. Prepare to be the victim of my sinister technique. Fwahaha! Pokemon is not merely about brute force. You shall see soon enough. Well, I would disagree with you, or I would agree, but in story mode, it's pretty much about brute force. Let's go ahead and throw up the Rock Throw here. Take care of the ARIADOS. Ooh, that's a little disappointing. ARIADOS baton passes without setting anything useful up into the fortress. Let's go... Steel's weak to ground, right? So we'll go ahead and throw up Earthquake. Doesn't do great. I mean, it's alright. Fortress is a pretty... now you're just wasting my PP. That's not exciting. I'm not interested in wasting PP. Fortress is a pretty defensive Pokemon, so I won't begrudge it. My guess is that he's going to heal here, but let's start the Strength. Yeah, okay. That'll work. Finish off the Fortress there. Set up Spikes, so if Clementine needs to come in, she'll take a little bit of damage, which she's pretty defensive. I'm not super worried about her. ARIADOS is coming back in. We will finish off the Spider here. Get the Rock Throw going. There we go. Checking Boost Experience. Elite Four Koga is about to use Venomoth. We'll stick in on that. Venomoth. Well, Venomoth's Bug Poison. Same as ARIADOS, I guess. It doesn't have the flying, I don't think. Churchill used the Rock Throw, so this won't be any more effective than it was against ARIADOS. A little bit different defenses or something, maybe, but otherwise. Alright, so let's see. We've got 15 of those. Let's use Strength. Churchill can take the Psychics all day, every day, which is fantastic. We'll throw up the Strength here, finish off the Venomoth. So yeah, we're a little bit higher level than some of the Elite Four members' Pokemon, but we're going to be lower leveled than Lance's Pokemon. So like I said, I was splitting the difference here. Like this Crobat's level 44. I mean, we're not too over leveled, and we do have to get through it with just 2 Pokemon. So even though Churchill's kind of carrying this one, Clementine would be a useful enough backup in a couple of instances. But really, Churchill's the main reason that those 2 are here for this battle, at least. Crobat takes another Rock Throw, survives it. Man, the defenses on this thing... Actually, I'm kind of assuming at this point that Churchill's attack just isn't all that great. But Crobat gets the full restore. I think Crobat is his ace. Oh, double team. Sorry, I took a drink there. They're up the missing all the Iron Tails. Not super ideal. And it's double teaming. It's not lowering Churchill's accuracy, so I can't really even switch and potentially hope for a better outcome. Ooh, but I can take a critical hit rock throw. That I will take. That's fantastic. All right. Churchill taking the chip away hits from the CROBAT here. In fact, we could probably even save it. Well, there we go. The rock flow lands. I was gonna say, we could probably even save the rock throw PP and just throw up strengths or something if we need to. Churchill grew to level 46. Fantastic. Elite Four Co is about to use Muck. Tort will not change Pokemon. Tort will leave that in. But yeah, so I've been doing a kind of a off-camera Wedlocke in Pokemon X, which has been a lot of fun, but a lot more challenging. These early games are a little easier anyway, but yeah, it's been fun, and I've been keeping you guys updated a little bit with that one in the Discord. Man, getting the words out. It's been a little while since I've recorded anything, so you guys will have to forgive me. And I think I've just got, or I'm on my way to get the 7th gym badge, so I'm not too far behind this one at this point. Yeah, okay, so Churchill, I'm pretty sure. Okay, I'm pretty sure we want to lead Romeo in this next room, because I think he leads with his Onix. Yeah, I think so. Let's go ahead and just take a minute in case the worst happens here. Where's my healing? I guess it's all in this first bag in this generation. Okay, so super potions. We do have super potions. Let's use those. I do want to get Churchill and Luna healed back up real quick. Just in case the worst happens. I'm a little concerned about Juliet going into this one, but it is the fighting... It is the fighting Elite Four member, so hopefully our flying type can do some work for us here. But should the worst happen, we will be able to hopefully get in with another teammate here. Alright, enough jibber jabbering. Let's get in here with Bruno and see what he's got in store for us. I think he's got 2 Onixes, or at least 1, and I think he's going to lead with his Onix. So we got Romeo up front, should be able to take care of that. No, he leads with his Hitmonchan. Okay. Not a big deal. Let's see. Romeo is more physical. Let's throw up a strength here and just see what we're working with. I don't think fighting resists normal. It does not. But it doesn't do a lot of good work for us either. We'll waste a strength. I'm not super worried about that. Romeo takes the dig. Wouldn't be a terrible one to have Juliet out against if its best move that it's got here is a dig. But, alright. Hitmonchan goes down. Elite Four is about to use Hitmonchan. Alright, I am a bit concerned about Hitmonchan, but we are going to change Pokemon. We've been very lucky with Juliet landing the crit Hypnosis, and so I'm going to hope that she can just do that. Ooh, he gets the Mach Punch off, which is not going to do much. We do get the Hypnosis off. Fantastic. Alright, we've got Confusion, but I'm going to go up and take this opportunity to set up the Reflect. I think, given that her Stab Fly is going to be super effective, there's really no reason for us to use Confusion. So we're going to go ahead and throw the Fly up here, hit the Hitmonchan. We do have the Reflect up, so we should be good to go with any others. Alright, so here we'll probably use the Confusion just to kind of clean up. It's not a real powerful Psychic move anyway, so yeah, there we go. Useful for cleanup at least. About to use Onix. We'll Torch Change Pokemon. Yes, we'll bring Romeo back out for the Onix. Pretty happy with how this is going. That's probably going to jinx me, but so far so good. The Elite Four has gone pretty smoothly. Now let's throw up the Surf here. Should be able to one-shot the Onix, I would expect. Down goes the Onix. Fantastic. Fantastic! Alright, Romeo gets almost 1,000 experience there. Look for resistance in Hitmonlee. We will change. The Reflect is still up. Juliet will come in here. And, oh, the Reflect faded. Alright, so let's start the Hypnosis. She lands it. Crit Hypnosis. Fantastic. Alright, let's get the Reflect up, because why not? Get those defenses raised in case the Hitmonlee wakes up and causes some shenanigans. Hitmonlees are generally a little more defensive than Hitmonchan, so this is probably going to be minimum 2-hit KO. Ooh! Ooh, a crit. Okay. Juliet is not messing around. She's like, I'm not going down like some chump. We're just going to rock this out. Alright, he's about to use Machamp with Torch Change Pokemon. No, we're going to stay in on the Machamp. Alright, let's get a crit Hypnosis going. Boom, baby! She is just way too good at that. Alright, Reflect is still up. Let's throw up the Fly here. think this is the Machamp that potentially... And, ooh, the Reflect faded. Not ideal. Okay. Super effective. Machamp is still fast asleep. Beautiful. Beautiful. Alright, I'm going to get the Reflect going just to be safe. Don't want to... ooh, he wakes up. Oh, he's got a Rock Slide. Ooh, I did not look at their moves. Okay, but Juliet takes that beautifully. Alright, I'm just going to fly because she can finish him off in one more. That misses. Juliet lands the fly, and Machamp goes down. Beautiful. Alright, Juliet. Look at her go. She is really, really impressed me. I was a little worried about being stuck with a Noctowl with my starter and everything like that. And I was like, well, worst case scenario, she goes down, and then I can put somebody better on the team. But she's really, really rocked it out. My lord, I feel so bad that I did not have faith in her at the beginning. Let's go ahead, heal her up, because she's worth it. Super Potion on Romeo. Alright, so what do we have left? I don't remember who we have left. Ooh, Karen. Karen, and she's got Ghosts, and... yeah, I think this was supposed to be Churchill and Clementine again. Let's bring Churchill up front. I think her ace is a Gengar. Yeah, I think this is who I wanted to use. I can't remember completely. Churchill has better utility, so we'll lead off with him. But let's go ahead and take on Karen. I'm Karen of the Elite Four. You're taught how amusing. I love Dark-type Pokemon. I find their wild, tough image to be so appealing, and they're so strong. I think you could take them. Just try to entertain me. Let's go. But yeah, so we've been gone for like the last 2 weeks, my wife and I, and had a good time in Ireland. Actually, I prepared kind of like when I went to this will be Stab. We'll just go for that. Umbreon's gonna be tough to get through probably, but we'll make it work. Kind of like when we went to Puerto Rico end of last year, I did take a bunch of clips, and I'm going to try and put together a bit of a video, just kind of journey of what we went through. Okay, so let's go ahead and throw up the strength here. Okay, we got through Umbreon. Fantastic. And we can probably switch Churchill out since his... Ooh, wow. All right, there we go. Lots of experience from the Umbreon. Elite Four cares about to send in Vileplume, Tortoise, Pokemon. Yeah, let's take this opportunity to bring Clementine in. Churchill can handle Vileplume probably even pretty well with the earthquakes and everything, but his accuracy has been lowered, so we'll take the opportunity to let Clementine get some face time here. She gets the confusion up on the Vileplume, fantastic. Beautiful, beautiful. Did not affect us. So I'm probably going to have a little bit. Vlog, I feel like might be the wrong term because I again didn't really do any talking in it. Ooh, Petal Dance. I'm a little worried about this. Oh, Clementine. I love her. But it's kind of like a video log of what we did, which I guess is a vlog. Anyway, it's just going to kind of be, kind of the whole journey. I took little clips of everything we did and kind of just, we're going to lay it out to music and things like that. Gonna have to find time to edit it all together, but that should be coming out before too long, so hopefully you guys will enjoy that. Here we go. Vileplume is down. Clementine doing great work for us there. Elite Four Karen's about to use Murkrow to change Pokemon. Yeah, we'll change Pokemon. We'll bring Churchill back in. Not super worried about what the Murkrow can do, so we'll probably take the opportunity to heal Umbreon, because I do want Clementine in a position. She's going to be taking on Gengar, probably. Although without Levitate and things like that, Churchill can easily... Ooh! Oh, okay. Well, that's good. I was going to say, otherwise, that gets problematic, potentially. I've had that happen in my ex-Wedlocke, too, where it's like, yeah, they get roared out or something like that, and it's like, oh, wait, yeah, what do I do about that now? Let's bring Churchill back in. We've got the Confuse Ray up. Churchill, because, oh, Confuse no more. Well, that's disappointing. Anyway, he'll resist this, and hopefully we can get the Rock Throw up. There we go. Clementine just doesn't have much to do against a Dark type here. The Whirlwind coming back out. Alright, so Juliet comes in. The way I'm going to play this is that now that Juliet is in, I have to switch into Romeo if I'm going to switch into anybody, which is a little bit disappointing. But that's just kind of the way I'm going to play it. Because, like, I didn't force that switch, but now that we're in a new couple, we have to stay in that new couple. I can't switch into Clementine or or Churchill now, which is a little disappointing. The Gengar's coming in. I've got confusion. Let's stay, because Clement or Juliet is partial normal. We might be okay here. Let's start the Hypnosis. She gets the crit Hypnosis. Fantastic. Gengar is fast asleep. Alright, let's see what the Confusion's going to do. It's probably not going to do a lot. Okay, it doesn't do terrible. Let's throw up a Fly, though, and see what that'll do for us. Since it's Stab and probably a more powerful move. Oh, so close. Gengar uses the curse, kills himself. Juliet's going to get the curse put on her, but we will switch Juliet out because I think her last Pokemon is Houndoom anyway. Yes, it is. Alright, that works out. We'll torture Pokemon, yes. We will get Romeo out of, or in here, get Juliet out so that the curse doesn't really come into effect. And Romeo can just surf on her Houndoom here. And hopefully finish it off without too much trouble. A little lower level, but I don't think Houndoom has probably got a lot he can do against, or she can do against Romeo. And she doesn't get the chance. Romeo finishes her off in one hit. Alright, well, there we go. Fantastic. Romeo gained 2,000 experience points. Because why not, right? Let's just get all the experience. I'll take it. Well, aren't you good? I like that. No trainer. Tort gain points. It'll actually be useful. I could potentially come grind against Elite Four for red with those kind of experience points levels. That'll be nice. Strong Pokemon, weak Pokemon. That is only the selfish perception of people. Truly skilled trainers should try to win with their favorites. I like your style. You understand what's important. Go on, the champion is waiting. I'm glad there's no little girls in here because I literally I can't do the high voice right now. My throat's kind of okay. So this is Lance. Fiber and Luna are taking on Lance for us. Luna is experienced at wrecking Lance's day, so that'll work out just fine. And I think he leads off with his Gyarados. So, and he's got like Charizard, Aerodactyl, Gyarados, so he's got a lot of Pokemon that Fiber can be helpful with as well. Alright, everybody, how's everybody doing like health-wise? Oh, looking about as good as we can expect. I gotta be honest, I'm a little bit nervous about this one. Fiver's never been up against Lance, but Luna, she is an experienced Dragon Slayer, so hopefully we'll be fine. Hopefully they'll just clean sweep, we won't have to worry about anything, but I am a little bit concerned, just because he's just the champion, he does have Dragon types. Dragonites are nothing to mess around with, so potentially could get very scary for us, but I think we'll be okay. Fiber is, of course, he's got Gyarados, Charizard, Aerodactyl. There's a lot of things Fiber can help with. Starting by one-shotting this Gyarados if he knows what's good for him. Oh yeah, there we go. Fantastic. Gyarados goes down. Fiber gets 2,000 experience points. Fantastic. Champion Lance is about to use Dragonite. Alright, so here we go. Yes. Yeah. Luna's, she's the Dragonite killer. She's the bane of dragons everywhere. Let's throw up the Sing. Ooh, yeah, she's not been asking. Ooh, and paralyzed. That's not ideal. Let's try one more Sing. She can take that. She can take that. And we've got full restores. Ooh, fully paralyzed. All right. Let's give her one more shot. Dragonite used Thunder. She's able to withstand that pretty well. Okay. Yeah. So, all right. Starting off here, let's get the full restore going. I don't really want to come back from a deficit like that. So there we go. Dragonite used Twister, which is garbage. I'll take that. All right. Let's go for the Ice Punch. 4 times effective. Should work. She's unfortunately not been as consistent with her sleep-inducing as Juliet has. Here comes the Thunder Wave again. All right, let's. Ooh, Hyper Beam. Ooh, Luna. Okay, she took it. Okay, fully paralyzed. Must reach her. Ooh. Okay, she was above half still, so she's fine. Oh crap. Okay. Unfortunately, we can't take advantage. Well, we could take advantage, but I'm not going to. Of his turn to recharge. We're just gonna go ahead and heal. Dragonite must recharge. Alright, Ice Punch. There we go. She's not paralyzed anymore, so she can outspeed. Dragonite goes down. Fantastic. We're not going to screw with the singing anymore. Yeah, another Dragonite coming in. We're just going to kill it. She's not as much of a performer as Juliet is with the sleep-inducing. So, we're just going to go ahead. 4 times effective. Dragonite. Maybe a crit would be great. Yes. No. Oh, it wasn't even a crit. We just did it. Okay. I'll take it. Alright. Dragonites are off the field, I think. I think it was the last Dragonite. Aerodactyl. Luna, I'm going to get you out of here, girl. Let's set Fiber in. You've done your job. Being a certified Dragon Slayer is no joke. So, you did your work. Fiber can come in and Thunderbolt everybody else into oblivion, I would guess. Yes, there. Ooh, it was a crit. I don't know if the crit mattered on that one, but we'll assume maybe it did. About to use... Oh, he has 3 Dragonites? Oh my gosh, okay, yeah. Luna's still in a good position, right? Yeah, okay, good. I did not realize he had 3 of these things. Ooh, this is his ace. Ooh, okay, let's try putting it to sleep. Okay, yes, Luna, when it counts, I guess, wants to... When she's like, oh yeah, no, I really don't want to go up against a level 50 Dragonite. Yikes. That's really... Ooh, full restore. That's not ideal. Ice Punch. But at least... Okay. Okay. Okay, yes! He used his full restore early, which means we can take out the Dragonite without even landing a hit. Beautiful. Alright, Luna goes level 47. About to use Charizard. Alright, here we go. He has a half of his team is Dragonites? I did not remember that. Okay. Charizard's coming out. Fiverr coming in. Oh, man. Okay. Oh, beautiful. Fiverr making a nice, clean finish of it. Champion Lance was defeated. It's over. But it's an odd feeling. I'm not angry that I lost. In fact, I feel happy that I witnessed the rise of a great new champion. Yes, you did, Lance. Yes, you did. I don't know how you got the championship from me, but we'll take it. Ooh, you have become truly powerful, Tort. Your Pokemon have responded to your strong and upstanding nature. As a trainer, you will continue to grow strong with your Pokemon. Oh, and here come Mary and Professor Oak to interview us or something. Ah, Tort, it's been a long while. You certainly look more impressive. Your conquest of the league is just fantastic. Your dedication, trust, and love for your Pokemon made this happen. Your Pokemon were outstanding too, because they believed in you as a trainer. They persevered. Congratulations, Tort. Let's interview the brand new champion! This is getting to be a bit too noisy. Tort, could you come with me? Alright. Alright, so we escape the clutches of Mary and Professor Oak. We're going to come and submit our wonderful teammates into the Hall of Fame. They all did fantastic. Churchill, Clementine, Romeo, Juliet, Fiverr, and Luna, they all had their roles to play in the Elite Four today, and they all played them perfectly. They all played them perfectly. Even with some whirlwinds switching up how we were taking on Karen, still able to handle that without too much trouble at all. So, yeah, these are 6 amazing Pokemon, and rightfully entered into the Hall of Fame here. This will, assuming they survive, this will enter Churchill, Clementine, and Romeo and Juliet into the transfer pool for Season 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and maybe 8? This might become a Heptath'locke before too long, with the reveal that we are getting Gen 8 in on the Switch. So that could be interesting, but that's a bridge we will cross at a later date. And actually, I'd like to talk to you guys a little bit about Gen 8 at some point, probably next episode, I guess, as we're taking on Kanto. But there we go. There we go, guys. We took on the Elite Four. We made it through. Clean sweep. No real issues. A couple of close calls there, potentially. But for the most part, we hung on, and things went pretty smoothly. Everybody did the job that they were brought in to do, and did it very well. Did it very well. So nothing to be concerned about. But those are the Pokemon we needed to bring, for sure. My goal will be to get some of our other Pokemon leveled up and in on the red team, even though really only one batch of Pokemon will even be, hopefully, used on the red team. Hopefully nobody gets wiped. But Red is a pretty powerful trainer, so that's going to be a tough one. I think he's got Pokemon up into, I think his Pikachu's like level 80, so that's going to make it tough. That's going to make it tough. Hopefully we can do that without too much issue. But we'll just kind of see how things go. But as it stands, there are the credits for Pokemon Crystal, and I will see you guys all back here next time. Alrighty, guys. Have a good one.